Yo, guys, hello and welcome back to episode 9 of my Redbull Academy career mode on F126. Here for the Spanish Grand Prix. If you did miss the last episode out in Monaco, go and check that out because it was an action-packed Monaco Grand Prix.
Else. And the meeting went well too. I know. I'm amazing. You're welcome.
So yes, guys, last time out in Monaco, we did manage to pick up the race win at the Principality. And yeah, an amazing result. 3 crashes in qualifying. So yeah, it was a very good weekend all in. But moving straight in to qualifying at the Spanish Grand Prix. Went for a banker, did get disrupted in that lap, so we had to back off. Went for another one, and we just managed to squeeze through in P16. Not an amazing session, bit interrupted, but at least we managed to get through. Arvid Lindblad coming out in P9 in Q1. So yeah, hoping for a bit better in Q2. Don't mind this track. Tyre wear is a bit of a problem on the front left, but hopefully we can manage it better than we did in my Minardi My Team career mode race. Yeah, first banker lap, currently P15 in Q2. And then on the second and final lap in Q2, we're only going to get a nearly 2/10 increase. And that is only going to be P14 on the grid. So not an ideal qualifying out here in Barcelona. Out in Q2. So yeah, hoping for a lot better on race day. Just behind our teammate there in P13. Lando Norris at the top of the timing sheets yet again in this career mode. And yeah, hoping for a much better race day.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks like for today's race. Lando Norris will lead us away from pole position, and Oscar Piastri completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Hamilton, Hadjar, Albon, Alonso, and Carlos Sainz, Gasly, Lindblad, Richards, and Russell, Bottas, Hülkenberg, Esteban Ocon, and Ollie Behrman, Bortoleto, Perez, Stroll, and Franco Colapinto rounds off the grid. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today? So I'm sure there'll be plenty to talk about this afternoon, and who's going to talk about it with us? None other than Naomi Schiff. Hi, Naomi. Now
Okay, this is Mark. Can you hear me? Listen, a points finish might be too much to ask today, but just give it your best shot.
So the team thinks it's going to be very hard to get points today. So we are here to prove them wrong. Tyre wear is a little bit better than expected on this car. And as we are a bit further down the grid, we are willing to take risks in this one. Going to go from the hard to the medium. Currently thinking of a 2-stopper. That could change though, depending on what happens in the race. Going to dump a load of the fuel out the car. And let's see what we can do in this Spanish Grand Prix. The first Spanish Grand Prix of the year, that is. And we have 5 red lights here in Barcelona. And it's lights out and away we go. Decent launch off the grid on the hard compound tyres. Everyone else on a softer compound around us. Putting on the battery a little bit. Getting boxed in slightly. And we decide to back out. To not run into the back of Carlos there at his home Grand Prix. Lindblad actually holding it around the outside really good as we get a little squirm on the exit. Which invites Alex Albon to go down the inside of turn 3. But we are going to hold that for now. A little bit deep into the right-hander, but we are sort of watching to see if the cars ahead bunch up a little bit. Albon's still hanging it round the outside here, but not for much longer. Currently in a Williams sandwich right now. P12, not a bad start to the Grand Prix. Let's see if we can bring these tyres in now. Already a slight gap starting to emerge here. But yeah, we are on the harder compound tyres. Luckily, we're ahead of Albon and Russell, actually. He was a little bit further down than he would like to be. Coming towards the end of lap 4, though, start of lap 5. the field has sort of dropped us and our teammate Arvid Lindblad. We're going to go down the start-finish straight. He's starting to flash. We're going to lunge it down the inside of our teammate. Very aggressive move there on Arvid, but we managed to make the move stick. Our hard compound tyres obviously starting to feel a little better than them soft compound tyres here at the Spanish Grand Prix. Trying to look after the front left a little bit, not going flat out full throttle through the long right-handers. And yeah, we managed to keep ahead of Arvid Lindblad as we go on to the start of lap 8. George Russell has managed to get past him. We're weaving on the straight to try and break the slipstream. And he's going to have a little look down the inside into turn 1, but nothing doing there. Go a little bit wide actually though on the exit, which is going to invite George Russell to have a little look around the outside. But yeah, again, we're just going to hold the middle of the track, move over to the racing line, and we go a little bit deep into that right-hander as well. Tyres starting to wear a little bit of a squirm on the exit, which invites Russell to go down the outside. A little bit of contact there as he comes over on us, but we still hold the position nicely on lap 8 here. Dipping a wheel on the grass again, not great, but Russell not managing to get past there. Moving on towards the end of lap 8 now, and again George Russell is going to look very interested into turn 1. He's in our slipstream. He's got a much better run this time around. He goes down the inside, but we hold at the outside line again, giving him plenty of room on the apex of turn 1. And we hold the position yet again, but he's getting a much better run this time out of turn 3. But yet again, we hold it into that corner, taking a tighter line this time as to not invite him. Start of lap 10 now. And Leclerc in front of us starts to box as George Russell is looking very interested yet again on this start-finish straight. We're holding him up now. And he goes to the outside this time, but we hold the inside nicely. Good defending at this stage of the race. Tyres really starting to wear a little bit. But yeah, my thinking right now is we are not quick enough to be able to get into the top 10 if we stick on this strategy. So I'm currently thinking we might maybe try the one stop in this race. And start of lap 11, a few others pit, currently in P6. George Russell again going to look down the inside, but we're going to do what we've done so well in this race so far and hold the outside line and hold the position. Tyre wear indicator just flashing up orange at the end of that clip as well. 74% on the front left as we start lap 13. No battery left in the tank, but we have managed to drop George Russell a little bit, so his mediums are going off the cliff it seems, as Carlos Sainz puts the fastest lap of the race in after boxing a bit earlier. Towards the end of lap 14 now, tyres are really starting to scream a little bit. But at this stage, I'm very much committing to this one stop now. Currently in P4 in this Grand Prix. And yeah, it's going pretty well for us so far. The pace is not horrendous considering the tyre wear. Just hitting 80% as we come out of the final corner. And yeah, end of lap 15, start lap 16 now. It's up to 87%. We're very much risking it in this Grand Prix. But like I said at the beginning, we're willing to take risks in this race. Piastri now behind us on the soft compound tyres, so he is much faster than us at this stage. Yeah, tyres are holding on okay. Like I said, I'm very much risking it, but being very careful in the right-handers. And now the tyres are on 90% as Sergio Perez actually retires from the Grand Prix, 91% as Piastri makes his way up the inside as we drift a little bit wide. But we're going to gamble for one more lap. It is on simulation damage, so these tyres could blow up at any point as others pit. We're going to go back on Piastri though, down into turn 1, touching the grass a little bit there, but we're going to assume the race lead at this current time, which considering our grid position and the rate of the tyre wear is very much unexpected, but Verstappen is also on our tail now. We will be boxing at the end of this lap. Just hopefully the tyres will manage to last till the end of this lap as Verstappen looks around the outside in the middle sector. and he manages to hold the position, going a little bit off track there, but you know, we're basically a wall on this track at the moment, not letting anyone past as we make a little mistake into the middle sector chicane. Verstappen gets past, Piastri gets past, and yeah, currently on 95% tyre wear. So this is the furthest we could have pushed these tyres, and we will be boxing at the end of lap 17. Getting it slowed down nice and early, 97% on the front left. Absolutely crazy luck there. And yeah, we're going to go onto the medium tyres for the rest of this race. Just over half race distance, so we've done really well in that first stint. Now we have to look after these medium tyres for the rest of the race as well, because it will be touch and go as to whether they make it or not. But coming out of the pits in P12, make that P13 as we have Franco bloody Colapinto on our outside, and we managed to hold it down into turn 1. A little bit of a send, but we had to do it. Track position is very important, as you've seen. And yeah, start of lap 21, Piastri pits onto the mediums for his last stint. We're going into turn 1 already, front left at 14%, so having to look after these a little bit more than I did hard compound tyres. Start lap 22, a load of others pit, and we are racing signs down into turn 1, but we are going to get the position P6 on track. So our strategy is definitely working so far as we come on to the start of lap 23. Carlos Sainz very quick out of the pits. He's still got the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, and he's going to go to the outside and he's going to get the position. Not fighting it too much because, like I said, we need to look after these tyres.
To go, 9 laps left.
But yeah, doing it pretty well so far. I'm not the best on tyre wear on this game, but this race definitely helped me a little bit when it comes to tyre wear and all that stuff. Leclerc looking down the inside though on lap 24, and like before, we just hold the outside, make it difficult for him to get past, hugging the inside line as to minimise the distance on these tyres. But again, start lap 25, Leclerc's going to look down the inside again, but carbon copy, we hold it around the outside. He gets a little bit further alongside now though, so he's going to go up the inside of turn 3, a little bit of a lift, and we go undercut him in the same corner. It's a good racecraft there from ourselves. And yeah, this race is going fairly well so far. I'm not complaining at all. A lap later now though, and almost a carbon copy as Charles Leclerc is in the slipstream yet again. We're trying to break it as Lance Stroll retires from the session. Turns out to be an engine failure, same as Sergio Perez. But yeah, Leclerc is holding it out on around the outside of turn 2. We do exactly the same thing, undercut him again, get the boost on, but the tyres obviously wearing lap by lap. Leclerc is even further ahead, and he manages to stick it round the outside. But we go for the lunge and think better of it in the second phase of the corner. So Leclerc has P6 now, and not much we can do there. He absolutely romped down the road. Alonso is home Grand Prix doing very well in the Aston Martin. Lando Norris coming up behind him though at the start of lap 30. We are safe through turn 1 and turn 2, but we have a yellow flag as it's Lando Norris goes careering into the barrier at the exit of turn 1, and that is a virtual safety car. And as you can see on screen, a major battle behind us. Lando just loses the car and smashes into the wall, breaking his front wing as the full safety car gets deployed. And yeah, AI love to lose it out of that corner. If you remember from my team, Nico Hülkenberg did the exact same thing, and Lando Norris has been disqualified, reversing out of the wall. He's got himself beached on the track, and that leads to his disqualification. So the championship leader is disqualified from the Spanish Grand Prix. Safety car deployed, and it's the exact same scenario as my team career mode, but this time we decide not to box, stay out, because the safety car comes in at literally the same lap that it is deployed. And yeah, we managed to do a little bit of cheese there on this lap. We could have overtaken Leclerc and not got a penalty, but we think better of it. unlike my Minardi
clear.
My Team career mode. If you haven't checked that out, go and check that out, by the way. But this has given us an opportunity to actually fight back at Leclerc, who was about 5-6 seconds down the road. At that point, we're going to drain the battery into turn 1, see if we can do it. We go for the lunge down into turn 1. But an absolutely audacious move. We make a little bit of contact, get a track limits warning in the process, and we decide to let him back through, as that was a very unfair move there. Tyre looking all right now with that virtual safety car, and full safety car managed to lift off a little bit, save the tyres. And at the end of the next lap, the final lap, still within the 80% on the front left, so no problems there, as Max Verstappen comes across the line to win the Spanish Grand Prix, where it all began for him on his debut in the Red Bull team. And it's going to come full circle. He's going to win this Grand Prix and probably go to the top of the standings. But we come home in a very unlikely P7 on the one stop.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
This is a result that's going to really matter for them. A good haul of points today, and it's consistency across the board that's going to keep them in this title battle.
What a day it's been for Formula One, and what a day it's been for these three drivers. Time for the podium celebrations. Tyre. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.
So all in all, a very good weekend here in Barcelona. Stroll, Perez, DNFing due to engine failures, Lando Norris getting disqualified, and 6 championship points for ourselves and the team. Max Verstappen with a win though, and looking at the standings, that does promote him up into the lead of the championship. Kimi Antonelli and Lando Norris fairly close behind him, and we actually stay in P5 in the constructors in a little bit of no man's land, but we are still very much in championship contention for the Racing Bulls team, which is still incredible. But that's going to be it from me, guys. Thank you all so much for joining me here in Barcelona. Give it a little like, subscribe, enjoy the Hungarian Grand Prix this weekend, and cheers.